All right, thank you for joining. Today I wanted to go over Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR USDT on the Binance chart. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So as you can see, we've had this nice impulse basically since the beginning of 2023. Topped out at around 18 cents before selling off on this monthly time frame here. Now, price opened at 12 cents, pushed all the way up to 18 cents, but then ended up closing right below 10 cents, which is pretty bearish. And as you can see in the following month, price pushed up, 13 cents, came back down. We broke that previous month low, and now we are going to try to test this month's low as well. So in a monthly outlook, everything does look a little bit bearish. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly time frame here. On the weekly time frame too as well, everything is looking pretty bearish. As you can see, since Monday, May 6th, every single high of the week has not been broken, right? So it's just been making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Even on these 2 weeks here, the lower low wasn't made, but the previous week high was never tested or broken. So you can call that one-time framing to the downside. And still, currently this week will be over in a few days here, and still the previous week's high was never broken. We're very close to the previous week's low, right? So still very bearish on the weekly time frames too as well. Now to talk about this impulse to the 18 cents area, you can see during the last bull run we had this first initial sell-off, and then it found support right here. So if we go ahead and draw a line right on that low, you can see that price pretty much came right to that level before rejecting, right? So what we can do is just put a little box here, so this way we can clearly show where the support and resistance levels are, right? Very straightforward. So right here, clear resistance, 18 cents. I wouldn't consider even thinking about all-time highs until we are trading above this box right here, right? So this box, once that's flipped into support, accepted, then we can start to look at all-time highs. But obviously we do have some key levels to keep an eye on the way up, right? And obviously it seems like they always coincide with some psychological levels, 35 cents, 25 cents, right around there. So really quick, let's just go back to the monthly time frame here. So let's mark out some key levels. So we do have a monthly here. So this month might close, so we can go ahead and mark that as a monthly. Untested monthly here as well. Untested monthly here as well. Let's go ahead and dive down to the weekly levels. This is exactly what you need to do, so this way you can mark out all the key levels of where price will typically find resistance or support for a nice trade, right? For instance, if I was to mark this as a weekly level here, let's just say we're trading back here, put this as a weekly, you can see price came right up to it, struggled, broke through, but still tested that level as support multiple times, failed it, back tested it as resistance, never closed above on the weekly time frame, and then had a massive sell-off, right? So if you mark this level back in 2021, that could have possibly been a nice 41% trade, and if you were using leverage, you know that's a lot of gains there. So marking these levels are very important. I always mark on the open and close. So there's another weekly level right there, right here, and I'm marking the levels that has not been tested. So as you can see, there's a weekly open close here, but it has been tested and then went down, so no longer interested in that. Here's also another weekly level too as well, right here, never been tested. And then all these levels have been tested and traded through, besides this one right here. And you'll see why I do this in a second. Right, so monthlies have been marked, weeklies have been marked. Let's go ahead and look into dailies. Not going to focus on up here yet, but I'll see if there's any dailies around this support resistance zone. There is one here, none here. I can mark this level, this daily level right here. Put that in. Now let's go back to where we currently are. And as you can see, that's actually been traded through, right? So if you mark this level way back in the day and you were watching this level, you could have actually waited for price to tap it, failed, and then once price started trading back below this level, you can even probably go to a lower time frame so we can see the reaction. All right. So you could have done an initial swing failure, right? It would have been a little bit high of a stop loss. In my opinion, that's a 12% stop loss. But once you started seeing this bearish engulfing candle, you could have entered a short. Not really the best entry, but let's go ahead and go down to an even lower time frame actually. Let's see what happened here. Can't be that long ago. Let's see. All right, let's go to the 15 and see here. Yeah, so on the 15, you could have entered a short position here. Stop loss above the high, 8%, so manage your position size. But if you were to hold this trade, look where price is currently trading at right now. That could have possibly been a nice 51% gain to the downside, right? Or even if you took it down to here, you're talking still 34%. So these levels are very important, but like I said, since it has been tapped, I'll go ahead and delete that. Let's go back over here, see if there's anything lining up. We have another daily level here. Another daily level here as well. And another daily level here as well. And there is one a little bit more locally. This one here too as well, just showing you how I set everything up. And then yes, locally there's also another one to the downside, right? So daily level below is 2 as well. Now that's all been marked, we can go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Do a fixed range volume profile pull. So from the sell-off here to where we are now. So the most amount of volume has been traded at around 62 cents. Value area high sitting at around 10 cents. So we are currently still selling off, so massive downtrend at the moment. Lower lows, lower highs all the way down. Seems like we're trying to find support. But in my opinion, I'll be very surprised if we don't come down to at least get the liquidity below these lows. All right. Let's do it like that. Because that's pretty much a key support zone. So for it to front run this level, it is possible. But this would be a better area to get a nice reaction. Sweep some liquidities of the low, bounce off the point of control, reclaim some of the levels, and then you start looking for the upside. Now locally, it might have did a SFP of this daily level, did it? I don't think so. I think it actually front ran that level too as well. Yes, it did. So it would be nice to get a sweep of those lows as well. Now let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. So you can see the volume from the highs here. So value is way above at around 10 cents. So the good thing about this is that price gravitates towards value. So more than likely we'll get a push up to at least test these highs. As you can see, that was key resistance before this second leg sell-off. So pretty interesting there. Now no levels are lining up. Let's go ahead and pull this back to here, see what's going on here. Still nothing much. Let's go ahead and pull from here, because as you can see, that was resistance, resistance flipped to support, right? Yeah, so we really want to try to, at the very least, start trading within value. Now, what was the last low before we started this rise? That was around here. Okay, so see, once you pull it from the low before this impulse to the upside, we are now trading. Let me go ahead and delete this, could be a little confusing. We reclaim the value area low from these lows, so that's a good sign. Sometimes it's good, pull multiple fixed ranges just to see where things do line up. Make sure that you are using the best, most accurate fixed range volume profile based on your analysis. And in my opinion, this one is the most accurate so far. So this is showing why price has stopped where it stopped, right? So since this low to the current highs, the lowest amount people are willing to accept will be at around 7 cents. Most volume transacted is around 10 cents. So this is a very interesting pull. You can see exactly why price has gravitated and is now hovering above the value area low. And as you can see, every single time it pretty much held it as support, had a nice impulse, or lost it and tried to find lower prices. There's a massive volume node right here too as well, just to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and just remove that for now. I actually do like that there. But anyway, so since we are above the value area low, we wicked below it a few times, a couple days in a row, and then we closed above, and now it seems like we have broken the highs of one of the previous days. So price needs to at least attempt to break this high. If we start to break this high, that would look really good. And as you can see, we're getting a little bit of a push up here. But then my next target would definitely just be 9 cents, which is around, let's see, 8% away. But overall target would always be the point of control because price gravitates to the most value. And the point of control is just a very important level, right? So the point of control is where the highest amount of volume has been transacted. So that's a 34% gain from here. Now the monthly levels are always very important too as well. So 25% to the next monthly level. But if you want to look at this as a swing trade, I would definitely hold it to at least the daily here, because this is now starting to look like a pretty nice confluence level, because you have the point of control, daily level, liquidity here too as well. So that could be a nice liquidity grab before a retracement. All right, so we're talking something like this. Maybe price comes up, sweeps the liquidity, comes back down, and then aims for a little bit lower prices. It's usually what happens there. Let's go ahead and pull some fibs just to make sure anything else lines up. Nothing lines up there. Monthly lining up with the 0.25, so a little confluence there as well. I will actually go ahead and remove this. Just gonna keep this one there, and I'll do another one too as well. That's how you build the trade. Okay, so that's that. Let's see if there's anything from these highs. That's 7.5 lining up with that. Also the 0.5. So once again, another confluence. So you get the 0.5 from this high to this high. And there you go. So very high confluence level right here, right? Golden pocket, daily, SFP, monthly level. So this is a very, very important level, and I would expect us to get a nice reaction from both these levels. So in my opinion, if you were to long, you could definitely start taking profits along the way, but most profits should be taken around here, because you're going to have a huge level to get through, and then another one right here, another huge level, because you have the point of control golden pocket, daily level, and a liquidity level 2 as well, all marked out. So I'm actually going to set an alarm for right here. This way we can expect where did this tool go? Nice move to the upside, hit point of control, lose it, and then aim lower. First take profit would have to be the monthly level. It's a very key level where you can easily just bounce from, right? But then you can always hold it for a little bit longer if you would like, just to see how much you can make from the trade. And then same thing here as well, right? So same thing here. No liquidity to grab, so that's what I don't really like. So in my opinion, this would be more like a scalp trade. You don't really want to, it'd be nice to grab this little bit of liquidity right here. Let's just go down to the 4 hour and see if there's anything decent. Not really. Could possibly grab that liquidity, hit this VWAP here, and then come down. Tricky level, but I'll be looking for a scalp short as soon as we hit that level. So as soon as this monthly level is tapped, I would look for a scalp short. Taking it down to, it could be, yeah, scalp 2%, that's not bad. 1.5 risk reward. Take it down to at least this daily level. So that's the better trade right here. And then here is another one. Just aiming a little bit lower. And as of right now, we have an untested daily level below, so I would be looking for a long trade here at around 7 cents. Stop loss below that low, aiming for this level above, right? Aiming for that 36% gain. That would be a very nice trade in my opinion. Let's see here as well. Could also pull the anchored VWAP from that high. Which, yeah, this may end up lining up with this level as well once price starts going up. So putting an alert on that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it with HBAR. Very interesting price action. Looking forward to. Longs, I would be interested in a long on this retest. Going to set an alarm on this too as well. Aiming for higher. If we go ahead and zoom in, let's see something here. See if anything else lines up with that daily level. Yeah, so from the initial low to the high, like I said, boom. So definitely interested in this area, golden pocket, daily level, sweep of these lows. So kind of something. Might not get it, but if we do get it, that would be a nice long trade. Right, something like that. Entering the long. Right there. We're here. Stop loss below the pivot low. Right? Very good risk reward. You'll be risking less than 1% to possibly gain 35%, or at least go to the monthly 30%. So that's what I'm looking at for HBAR. Very interesting charting here. Very interesting setups on the way. Wouldn't be interested in really trading these daily levels unless it's just like a scalp trade, scalp short. The main short that I'm interested in would be around 10 cents exactly. Also psychological level on the monthly, and also 11 cents, which is the point of control, golden pocket daily level, and SFP level as well. All right, so that's pretty much it with HBAR. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow me on X And yeah, leave a comment down below with any other projects you'd like to see me chart and do a in-depth technical analysis, so this way we can plan the next trade together and take it. All right, take care.